Congratulations to the NCAA basketball champions of the 2025-2026 season, to the Michigan Wolverines.
Woo. Yeah.
What's
Big
the thing?
big time. Man, those boys handled business all the way through the playoffs. They did big work, man. A lot of 10-plus point wins and a close game to UConn. Man, y'all really pulled that stuff out, man. Your top player was hurt, injured a little bit or whatever, but he came in and handled business. Man, y'all had a lot of guys coming off the bench, man. Y'all got a lot of players over there, man. I know y'all got a lot of transfers and stuff, but Jordan, man, how you feeling, bro? I know you're feeling great. I see you got the shirt on. Like you're looking jazzy,
Nice,
man.
right?
You're looking like
Nice,
a
right?
champion. You're looking like a champion. So, man, just tell us how you feel about the situation, whatever y'all got at Michigan. And shout out again, man, to the game.
I appreciate that, man. I am flattered. Yeah, that's a nice shirt, right? Look, it's nice like yours from last year, bro. You already know. It's champion level, champion talk right here.
That's
But yes, man, I am thrilled. What a great season that was, man. Outlasting UConn 69-63 despite shooting terribly to claim their first title in 37 years. Took Dusty May only 2 years to deliver Michigan back to the promised land. What a season it was, bro. My Wolverines finished 37-3, not to mention becoming the first team to win it with all transfers. All starting five were all transfer players. Huge shout out to Dusty May, who's proven to be one of the more elite college basketball coaches in the game. You know, this squad may possibly go down as one of the best teams of all time.
Michigan teams are best teams, period.
One of the best basketball teams of all time. One of the best college basketball teams of all time. Because let me put it to you like this. They didn't just beat teams, bro. They eviscerated them.
Oh, yeah.
They scored at least 90 points in each tourney game until the championship. They won 7 games this season by at least 40 points, won 11 games by at least 30 points, and won 16 games by at least 20 points. That is utter dominance. They flat out humiliated their ops. But this is the best Michigan hoops team that's ever been assembled, ever. Yes, better than the Fab Five. I said it. This team was better. This is the best Michigan basketball team ever. You know, people have been chatting all this and all that, you know, all transfers. They bought their championship, blah, blah, blah. Welcome to college sports.
That's it.
Chalk it up to the game.
Yep.
That's what that is. But you know, the funny thing is, Michigan, bro, we're not even a top spending team in basketball. If you look at teams like Kentucky, they spent $20 million on that roster, yet they couldn't make it out the second round.
Right.
Same ordeal with Kansas. They just spent $19 million on their NIL, on their roster, and they went home in round 2 as well. North Carolina spent at least $15 million, and they didn't make it out the first round. So don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's it.
And this is what it's become.
Gotta adapt.
The fact remains. Michigan Wolverines, your national champions. Second natty in 3 years, bro. Who's got it better than us? You know, I would walk around my Michigan shit on a couple years ago, and they would say, congratulations on the natty. And now my problem is going to be when they say congratulations on the natty, I got to say, which natty are you referring to? Because that's 2 or 3 years, goddammit. Who's got it better than us? Go Blue. I am stoked, bro. What a season. What a season.
Y'all deserve it, man. Y'all definitely deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's very impressive with 5 transfers. Their first year coming together and dominating everybody all the way down to the national championship.
The fact that Michigan was able to pull out that game, though, because it wasn't their offense that won that game. It was their defense, how great defense they played. I think we only hit like 3 3-pointers, maybe 2 the entire game. Didn't hit
2.
the first one until like 2 3-pointers. Exactly.
2 for 15, 13%.
That is so crazy.
None in the first half.
Shot that bad from beyond the arc all season long, and we did in the championship game, and they still managed to win, you know, step up and win that game. But they did it with their defensive presence, so it wasn't even nothing great offensively they did. It was what they did great defensively, not offensively. But
I mean,
I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure. Kudos to you guys, but I don't think either one of those teams played very well offensively, because UConn can score the ball too. Maybe obviously not as good as what Michigan has, based on Michigan blowing everybody out all season. So I was surprised that 5 transfers coming in on their first year with a second year coach?
Second year coach.
Second year coach with 5 brand new players. Granted, they have some experience. I don't think any of them are freshmen or anything like that. but still, nonetheless, in my opinion, that's still impressive. So kudos to
Hell
Michigan.
yeah.
Kudos to Michigan. You guys deserved it. I know when we did our picks a couple weeks ago, I was a dumbass and chose Duke. But like I said in that video, I did it because of their prestige or their pedigree.
Mhm.
Maybe it's if this is the way that the new college game is, they're buying their rosters. Maybe Michigan's the new team.
Ain't got shit to
And
do with pedigree no more though.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
shit is out the window
Yep.
for real.
get done.
You
Dead in
Well,
the
can-
water.
Hey, you could dust that off with your encyclopedias and shit that you used to have back in the day, you know?
I wouldn't go that far because if you haven't noticed since the NIL, I think this is what the second or third year, we don't have any more Cinderella teams. They're not going to go very far because those teams don't have the 15 to 20 million dollars to spend on transfers to come in and play for them. So they got to do it the old-fashioned way and recruit the players that don't go to these other schools. Will I say that we'll never see another Cinderella story? No, but for me, it'll be less likely to happen anytime soon based on this NIL situation that we got going on in college basketball today.
Well, the thing is, man, I think that what's important that has to be noted here is it's not about spending the most, right? Because just because you spend the most on a roster isn't obviously doesn't guarantee you that you're going to be in the championship game, win the championship, or
Right.
let alone make it that far in basketball or in football. Like Michigan's not a top spender. Indiana just won in their first national championship, and God knows how
Ever.
in football and ever, and they weren't a
They're
top
not the top
spender.
spender.
Yeah.
No, it's not about spending the most money. It's about spending the right amount of money on the players that fit your system with what you need. And when you luck up and you get a bunch of players who they're just so far sunk into this shit together. They have the unbreakable bond, the chemistry is there, like just everything fires on all cylinders. And sometimes it happens to be way better than you thought it would be
Mhm.
because you only
Right.
spent, $10 million as opposed to a Kentucky spending 20 or a North Carolina spending 15, 17 million dollars. It's not always about spending the most. You got to find the right guys for what exactly you need for your schematics. And that's a big part of recruiting, man. That's a big part of recruiting, not just throwing the money out there. You got to get to know the person. You got to see what this kid really wants. That you got to read people as a coach. You got to be able to read your players. So
Right.
it's not always about spending the most money. You got to spend the appropriate amount of money on the appropriate players. And that's what Michigan did. That's what Indiana football did last year or this past season in football. So that's just basically what it boils down to. But
Think piggybacking off of that, when I say the pedigree and all that stuff, whatever, is kind of dead. Like the old coaching and the old coaching styles. That's what I kind of mean. You got these new guys that come in, these hot shots, that's been part of different schemes, but they put their own little salt and pepper on it and make it something totally new that you gotta figure that stuff out now. That's
Right.
even with the football and the basketball and everything else. It's not the older guys that's winning that stuff now.
Yeah.
It's the younger guys, it's the new guys, it's the new concepts.
the players,
So,
coaches, man. Mm-hmm.
listen, and if you get the right team, you put the money together with the right team, and you got the right head coach, players coach that's mental, that can get into your heads, that can chill with you, whatever, and still be strong and stern with you, and you practice hard and stuff as well. Then that's when all that stuff comes together. Then you're gonna start be like, okay, yeah, I see what's going on here. So that's what I mean. Like when I say the pedigree and all that stuff, all the old stuff is out the window because that stuff has been played out. There's so much tape on that stuff. All the Mike K's are gone, and all those guys are gone now. Kansas just got a new coach. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a lot of people that's going a different direction.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, North
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Kabir Self's still over there in Kansas, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that's the name of the game, though. That's the business now. Basketball, football, that's just how it goes. But shout out to Michigan, bro. All starting five transfers. Dusty May, second year. We have so much to be excited about. They landed a huge transfer today from Tennessee, a big man. This guy can ball his ass off too. So I mean, they're starting already, bro. You get no sleep. The coach won the championship. He went home. He slept for an hour and 15 minutes. Had over 1,500 text messages. You're working, always working, and
Right.
that's what champions do. And it's always nice when you get the results that you push all year for.
That's
It's
it.
awesome
Right.
for the players, awesome for the coaches, beautiful for us fans, man. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine right about now. Let me tell you, go blue.